Okay, so today we're going to do the cross contour worksheets, and I want you to think of this like a globe. You're going to have latitude and longitude lines that go horizontal and vertical. So you want to think about the center of the object, and the apple is going to split two different directions. So you're going to curve the left side lines toward the left. You're going to have a little bit of a split in the center, and then if you need to fix anything, you have drawn and started this in pencil so that you can make it really accurate, okay? So go ahead and lay down the pencil lines, first going one direction and then going the other. Please pay attention to your parallels when you do this and make sure that you start off with your lines rather even in between. So unlike the apple, the pumpkin is split into different sections. So what I want you to do is give each section its own latitude and longitude lines following those individual contours. Please do not draw straight through the pumpkin, as this is not correct. Draw each section one at a time. Now, as you draw the longitude lines on the pumpkin, you have a much smaller space, so please pay attention to your parallels and make sure that they are nice and neat and clean. So when you're happy with your set of cross contour lines, you can go ahead and start to slowly ink over these. Please make sure that you are taking time to do this neatly. You can turn the worksheet if it helps you and kind of find your smooth flow drawing direction. A lot of times I need to turn my work in order for my line direction to feel comfortable while drawing and holding the pen in my hand. So once you have inked a set of lines, what you can do next is start to intensify some of your edges following my example. So you can see that there are some extra lines on the outsides and also the bottom edges of the apple. And then you can see those fold lines or creases in between the pumpkin and the example where there are lines a little bit closer together. So when you're trying to thicken the sides of the apple, you're going to increase the number of vertical lines on each side. And then when you see yourself getting towards the bottom, to increase the number of lines, you're going to add more of the verticals from the bottom going across the apple. So then you're going to repeat this technique on the pumpkin, showing that there are darker creases or folds in between those different sections. And then when you are finished completely, you are going to go over this with your white eraser and eliminate all of those initial pencil lines that you used for guidance. Now when you get to the value scale, these are going to be flat, perpendicular, and parallel lines that represent the flat cast shadows on the table. So I want you to follow the example, and on the right side of the value scale, I'd like you to spread your lines out further and show more white space in between. As you move through the different boxes towards the darker, I want you to make sure that you are putting your lines closer together, keeping them nice and neat and perpendicular, not skewed and going different directions. And you should see that each box gets a little darker as it goes all the way down the line. Please remember, neatness counts, and it's going to make your drawing look nice and complete and finished.